president of Best Life Motivation Inc. While working as an English professor in Burundi, his native country, he attracted national attention by becoming the youngest basketball coach to win 15 trophies in 7 years. Bizindavyi went on to become a journalist. Host on Radio Bonisha FM, his trademark show Mercredi Tempo had the highest rating from 1999 to 2002. After moving to Toronto in 2002, Bizindavyi has become one of the most recognized figures in the Francophone community as a host on Radio 105.4 CHOQ FM, which is the only Francophone radio in the GTA, and also as Master of Ceremony for events during Black History Francophone version. For the last 3 years, Bizindavyi has been involved as a speaker in the United Way campaign in Toronto. His blog, Journeyman Stories, is due to be published in book form in the coming year. So, right now, I'll introduce you, Patrick.
No, I like, when they introduce me and the people applaud, so you can do that again. Yeah, it's a pleasure to be here. I always go where Jim goes. He's speaking all the time and asks me to come and share my story. This is my blog where I share my stories. So I'm from a country called Burundi. It's in Central Africa. It's a very small country. When you fly over it, you sneeze, you miss it. That's how small it is. So I'm going to take 5 minutes to share my story. When I came to Canada 10 years ago, I said to my friends, if I don't work in a radio station, I will never work in Canada. So they thought I was crazy. Maybe I was naive. And for new immigrants, whenever you go for a job, they always ask you, do you have Canadian experience? Give me a job so I can get a Canadian experience, and then I will get Canadian experience. So I decided to just go ahead and look for a job on the internet and meeting people. But all the time I was getting obstacle after obstacle. And one day on Yonge Street, I met a guy from Burundi, my country. He used to work on TV. I knew him, he didn't know me. And I stopped him, I said, I know you. And long story short, we became friends. So I asked him, do you know any radio or TV station? My dream is to work in a radio station. He said, I have a contact. There is one small French-speaking radio station downtown. Maybe you should call them. I pick up the phone the same day, called the lady on the phone. I said, my name is Patrick. I'm a journalist from Burundi. Can I come and see what you do? I said, no problem. Come on Tuesday. Tuesday, I showed up. There was a gentleman, working on the radio. It was like the radio we had back home. So I asked him, so what kind of shows do you have? What do you do? He gave me a small piece of paper with different shows they have, and I saw they was doing sport news. And back home, I was doing sport news in a radio station. I asked him, so can I come and help? He said, yeah, here's a phone number of the guy who's doing the show. Maybe you should call him and find out if you could come and help. The same day, I called the guy. My name is Patrick. I'm from Burundi. I'm a journalist. I'd like to come and help you doing the sport news. And the guy on the phone said, oh my God, I'm from Burundi too. You are brother. Come on Saturday, we're going to do a show together. Saturday, the show was at 11 o'clock. I think I showed up at 9 o'clock in the morning. I was so excited. Went on the computer, for some stuff, and then I met the guy who was in the studio before. And 10 minutes before the show, the guy says, I have some bad news for you. The guy is not going to show up. Family emergency. Can you do the show? I said, hey, now that you insist, I can do it. They gave me the microphone, boom, a whole hour speaking about sports, and I even talk about hockey. I had no idea what was going on. I mean, my first 3 weeks in Canada. I never seen one game of hockey. I talk about, you know, all those names. And then at the end of the show, I asked the guy, can I come back tomorrow? He said, sure. So I came back the next day, and the next day, and the next day. And 3 months later, I got my first contract as the project manager of the radio station, and I helped create that radio station in the whole GTA, like that. And I went back to my friends, and I told them, yeah, that's my first job in Canada. I told you so. I didn't know about networking. All I did was just doing it. And that's why every time when Jim asked me to go speak with him, I'm glad to do it. Because I'm living experience of networking and make things happen. And having an end in your mind. I knew I was going to work in a radio station. I didn't know how, but I took action. And now, you know, I left the radio a few years ago. I worked for another company. Now I'm the president of Goal Achievers Canada, helping people achieve their goals, sharing my story. Over 13,000 hits on my blog, and the blog is now a book to be released this year. And I'm just having fun with it. So every time I go with Jim, I always want to share my story and get people applaud. You can do it again.
Patrick has been instrumental for myself succeeding. Part of the past year, he has encouraged me and empowered me with the other friends to do this. We did events successfully last year, and it's just been great to come out because speaking of the product strategies is exciting for me. But seeing the result of how he just meets someone on Young Street and how he took it there shows the persistence that you have to get that goal in mind. So I thank you for coming out. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
And one more thing.
Go ahead.
He didn't tell me there will be food, so I'm coming next time.